All right. We've got... What have we got? Various things. We've got some karma.
It's a lot of blood.
We've got blood. We've got blood everywhere. I suppose that's more important than experience... Nah, it's not more important than experience points. We've got Raymond. He's alive. Partially mentally intact. We've got Yama Kings coming. Some guy we could talk to do quests.
Probably the final quest. It feels like we're
pretty final questy. Yes. We know that there is this terrible machine that has been built in Kowloon Wall City. Well, it was actually supposed to be, also Raymond claims, a nice machine. He wanted to make a thing to circulate the key, like some kind of air conditioner, and just kind of make things vaguely, move the fortune around so that things were better for people. But it didn't work out that way. Probably because Josephine never wanted it to work that way.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very profitable.
Yeah, like, what we learned last episode was basically that Danny and Duncan's foster father's birth mother essentially tricked him into engineering a fortune-extracting machine, which would essentially basically take all the luck of the poorest and most vulnerable people in a dense slum and feed it to her.
Yep.
And it's had consequences. All sorts of consequences.
I can't even say it really worked out well, because, like, she's still where she started, right? Like,
No, she's not. She rose from that point to join the executive council. She's one of the rulers of the Free Enterprise Zone.
But think of the infrastructure she needed to have. Like, there must have just been. She could have just killed the counselor, right?
Maybe, but
like,
but I mean, she's got a lot of money and a lot of power. Things have, broadly speaking, worked out for Josephine saying. However, she doesn't seem to have wanted her son to run away. She wanted him back as an heir or something.
I still think the material investment you needed, like the infrastructure, like this is a large project.
Very large.
They
also skimmed off 40% of the money. What that says about
how big Sang Holdings, whatever her company's called, like what that company needed to be before the Luck Project and what it is after the Luck Project. Like, they turned a profit, but what was the margin?
It's at the time Sang Mechanical Enterprises was small enough that she was like in a business deal with Kindly Cheng, who was a mid-level gang boss, and then she rapidly rose beyond Kindly. So I feel like as a business deal, this whole thing was at least temporarily good for Josephine. I'm not going to fault her noose here.
I'm just saying, it feels like at this point, if this is the downside application, if this is the downside guarantee, basically, of doing the luck machine stuff.
Yes, well, I mean,
monsters from beyond are coming through.
Antagonists
you better have
in
more
video
than
games.
A city council stuff.
Yeah, she probably thought there would not be a downside, or not this kind of downside, or that it would happen to someone else. And to be fair, so far it mostly is happening to other people. So these swords, are they actually better than our existing swords?
The laser axe might be, I think, was our thought, but like,
yeah, it's very high damage. You can't do key onslaught attacks with it, but we don't always have the spare AP for those. So maybe we should actually only consider buying these, and I'm not going to click on any of them at this very second.
The question is anything better than our machete? And I think all three of these are. But I don't
well, yes, probably so. Replacing that is probably the thing to do. Let's just check out the inventory here. So yeah, we've got 3 swords. The Racing Fulmination.
We replaced it with the one upgrade from the machete.
We did, yes. Yeah, so Racing Fulmination is fantastic because you get bonus AP when you kill people with it. It's the primary sword. The Hand-Forged Katana is the same thing but without the bonus AP, but yeah, it's 1 more damage than the machete was. And the Emperor's Sword, oddly, is usually 1 less damage than machete, and therefore 2 less than those, but more when you use a special ranged attack, I think. We don't quite fully understand why this thing has the stats it does, but yeah, it's got 1 good power.
So I think there's the Chinese War Sword is the next upgrade on the Hand-Forged Katana, right? Is that true?
Was it an upgrade though? So damage 5.
I think it's 6.
Show me what you've got.
Right?
Oh yeah, that's more than 5. Well, that seems probably like a good use of money, although it's a lot of money. Probably not going to do a lot of other shopping in the game, are we?
Well, no, we do have. Didn't we have some key stuff to buy? Like there was the combination.
Ah, maybe so. Maybe so. Okay.
The bondage, yes, the top one.
So that would be good. simply because we can cast them together. Freeing up a slot isn't actually useful because we haven't got
And
anything
you
else
can
to
free it. Look at
put in
that
it.
third down. Pain resistance. That seems crazy.
Requires key casting 9. We did get some points. Let's see if we can afford it.
I don't think we can. I think key casting 9 is like 40 karma points away from us right now.
Possibly. So, yeah, seems good, but martial defense 2, we've got key casting 10. I don't think that's even possible to get.
We already have quick strike. We already have that. That sucks.
Yeah, low damage but slow. They're not that good. We've got the best ones, apart from possibly pain resistance, yeah, and the bonded spell. So let's check out Danny Flash's stats, since we're likely going to be doing some final mission stuff here. Okay, spend karma 12. So yes, he's only got key casting 7. He could buy 8, but not 9.
Which 9 would cost a great 18 karma.
8 would allow us to equip the thing we literally already have equipped. We don't know what's up with that. You know, the internet doesn't know because not enough people played this game, basically.
It feels like we're in a position where we need to just backfill basic stats like body and strength.
If we bought strength, that's all we'd be buying. Damage.
We can get 2 levels of body, and 2 levels of body sounds really good. Or we,
body.
Yeah, we can't get a level of body and level close combat. That's unfortunate.
No, we get a level of melee weapons to have a slightly better chance of hitting with. No, it wouldn't have a better chance. It increases your. Yes. Mind you, plus crit is not bad to have.
No.
And it would give us this thrust ability that we could use as a potential alternative to key stuff. I mean, the thing is, it's 1 point, so if we did put 2 points in body, that's presumably what the other point goes on.
Yeah.
So what would 2 points of body give us? It would give us 20 hit points.
20 hit points is not a bad deal for...
I like hit points. How many has Danny Flash got right now? He's got 40. So that seems good.
Yeah, that's a huge increase to our health pool.
Yeah, let's do it. Yep, unless you want... This is the very last moment to stop me from spending.
No, it was my suggestion.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to stop me, but you could. Okay.
I say we keep the available one just in case we like run into 2 or 3 more karma points and can throw them on something.
Yeah, like but if we look like we're about to have a fight, we could consider spending it immediately on melee weapons. Because yeah, a bit of extra crit chance and the thrust ability would be better than nothing. Okay, Danny Flash gets swole. 60 hit points. That genuinely is more than 40 was. I think we should talk to Crafty Zoo. Yep. She's probably going to tell us, hey, I don't know any more about the Walled City, because we already worked it all out. But if she does have anything more to say, this would be the time to say it, right?
Also, let's check in on Gaicho, and I don't know, I think we've missed any opportunity for his mission to trigger, but maybe not. No,
yeah, worth checking. Hello, Crafty. Still don't have any new information. Yeah, you have to wait and see how things shake out. Well,
they are shaking.
And seeing. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be waiting. We've already got 8 armor. We could buy it to lend to someone else, except it's too expensive, basically.
I don't know. That might be a better investment than
a new sword. Worth thinking
let's keep
about.
In mind, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No hard decisions made at this very second. These fetishes are not applicable. We're getting some small benefit from the one we've already got. If we, for some reason, had a spare bunch of cash, getting a consumable for Gobbet wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it's not a great buy.
The only thing that would be regrettable is if we had run into a +1 willpower, +1 key casting thing there, and I don't think there was. It was +1 willpower, +1 spell casting. Spell casting is useless to us.
Yep, I mean, that's the wizard shop, basically. Yep. We decided not to go down the wizard path after all. The drones guy is just straight up not around. Hope you don't need any drones.
Yeah, I think he got out of town. As
good on him.
Intimating he might.
Well, there is another drones guy on our own boat.
Is the repair guy complete? No, this is down the street from me, so bring in the...
Yeah. Let's head to the bolt hole. The safe boat, as opposed to safe house. An amusing linguistic conceit. Is anyone still around? No. Well, Koshé is, which is a little worrying. Having the bot without Rakta being there.
I think everyone's standing up near our father.
Yeah.
That's actually what's going on.
Yes, it's possible that by taking Gaichu basically as late as we could, we may have missed out on something. Also, I don't think we talked to him every single time we could have, only most of them. Which is my fault, really. It's not my favourite character. But, mind you, it's also possible that, like, his team will, ambush us at the worst possible moment in the walled city or something.
That would be great. I'm just not sure if the scripting language of this game really supports that.
I'm not really expecting it either, but if it does happen, I would like it. Sort of. Everything's sad and empty. I guess afraid and empty. And people aren't sad per se, they're, terrified. Okay, let's check the mission computer in case for some reason someone sent us some money. 0 unread messages. Checking my inbox. Still 0 unread messages. Jobs. Pending. None? Oh, hang on. Outbound matrix connection not found.
Oh, we've been... Alright.
Okay. We've been endgamed. Okay. The BBS? Pay data. No pay data. Thread explosions in Eastern District. What's up with all the explosions? See, that's what I'd post online if things were exploding around me. No more posts in thread. Okay.
Alright, time to take that long walk.
The long walk back to Spider Shen?
No, the long... Well, I mean... I guess it would be down to Crazy, to Crafty Sue. But the long walk I meant was the one into the walled city.
Yes, and down that corridor of dreams that people have said they've seen, dreamed about Danny Flash walking down. Hello, give me the tick. I've got no time to waste. I don't know what else we would possibly buy from him. I mean, possibly stuff for a Zero Belt, but again, expensive armor that we probably can't really afford, programs that we don't want because it's the Matrix. So, the Prosperity Tower Matrix stuff was, I would say, more fun than most Matrix stuff in the game, but that's because it had less Simon Says, basically.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be walking into a place where we need to take a Zero Belt.
No.
That is my early scouting.
We may be able to spare her, unless the game simply makes us bring every character. We may be able to...
We have enough for 2 teams? I guess we have enough for 2 teams if it's 3-3, right?
It would be funny because we would have made her regain her terrible memories of her childhood and keep them around in her head for essentially no reason. But she might prefer that to actually having to go back. Let's see how Ambrose is doing, if he's fled. Don't suppose we want to spend our last few thousand on some cyberware. Hey, it's Matthew! In fact, it's several people. They're taking shelter.
I mean, he does live in a giant fucking bunker.
Yeah. The drone guy and other drone guy know each other. Not too sure. Yeah, reliable Matthew is not doing hot.
Yeah.
I guess everything else in the world has become unreliable. I don't feel like slapping this guy. He's already got some problems, right?
And we don't need a drone.
No. But we've got one. Ambrose.
So one thing... I completely forget how the spell slot calculation works because we looked it up like 2 months ago.
I remember it, I think.
But does getting a piece of cyberware immediately remove a spell slot, or does it remove a possible capacity for a spell slot?
I don't know if we ever found out the answer to that question.
Because this would seem like a time to add a piece of cyberware, because even if it removes a spell slot, we can just drop Counter-Strike and
By the bonded
replace
hand
killing
thing?
hands with them. Yeah.
I will quick save and find out. Simply use the power of... In fact, I'll do a freaking normal save. This is a full-size save. I'm going to learn some things about cyber. Okay.
I mean, even if it
Ambrose.
does take away a spell slot, we're fine, right? Unless we use so much money it's not covered, but I believe most of the cyber here is relatively inexpensive.
It could still be that our best use of money is to buy another big sword, but yeah, this is a real possibility. I like the premise of this, that some guy comes into your shop where you're trying to provide sanctuary to people during this cyber storm, and it's like immediately put things in my head, robot things, because I need to save the world or the city or the suburb or whatever.
Get your ass on the table.
I wish you could filter this list to things you're actually eligible for. So the pain editor is feasible, right? That's passive willpower. But it gives you -1 intelligence. I forget what intelligence does.
Nothing useful for us. We already have intelligence 2. I don't think the difference from intelligence 2 to 1 is a spell slot, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So,
that's useful.
one
It's
willpower
not really
for
useful
1,000.
anyway because +1 willpower only modifies chance to hit with key spells, and our chance to hit is already competitive.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a huge deal.
If it was difference between getting, even going to key casting 9 for shave 2 points of damage, flat damage off. People are doing so much damage now that flat 2 damage resist isn't. It's competitive. No. It's great on the edges, especially when your armor's high, but it's not worth, moving heaven or earth resource wise, right?
Now the bone lacing, on the other hand, +1 body and 1 strength, that could be useful. 10 hit points and 1 damage. That's,
I do like the one directly beneath it, though.
Yeah, because it costs 1. Both of them cost 1 essence rather than 0. Yeah, hit points and quickness. Do we care about quickness? I didn't think we did.
Doesn't quickness modify move?
I thought it was your dodge chart that it modified.
Oh.
The one that modifies moves is reflex trigger here. However, it's another thing you gotta... Oh yeah, that was just straight up plus movement. Getting more and more expensive, mind you. A street soldier playthrough of this game would probably be fun, although you'd spend a lot of money.
I mean, a straight soldier gun playthrough probably also means that you can find enough weapons, because we found a decent number of weapons on a site.
Yeah, and there's some we even eschewed.
Yeah.
Smart link users, tailored pheromones. Hydraulic jack, when triggered, adds 3 movement. Costs 0 AP though.
I mean, that's basically like the Mass Effect enter combat thing for the assault class or whatever it was called, right?
Encephalon.
The charge.
Wow, this stuff's expensive, but less than a full essence and gives you armor. So I guess, yeah, indeed, it's not.
I mean, but +1 body, +1 strength is just, that seems like the sweet spot.
Okay, so
that is an extremely good.
Even though I'm not sure this is the right call, we have just saved the game. So let's see what happens. Essence Aster 5. Aha, a dialogue. Cyberware causes essence loss. This affects the magic rating of your character. Base number of spell slots is equal to half their magic rounded down. Oh. Look at that. Increases all spell cooldowns. Ooh. I don't like that.
That's spells. These are not, like, we can't...
I think... Well, okay, let's buy it and...
Wait, no, but, like, the idea... Did you see the thing in there?
The thing?
Where it said that you can cast it again on cooldown?
Yeah, at the cost of hit points.
That would be excellent, actually. Like, did we have that option before? I'm pretty sure we didn't have that option before.
Surely it'd only be during the extra cooldown. Yeah. Always?
I believe Counter-Strike has been removed.
No, not Counter-Strike, it was, key something, because we haven't got the bonded one yet. So these cooldowns, have they changed? I can't tell. I think they have. I think Strike was cooldown.
We didn't have to equip Key Onslaught. Key Onslaught just exists on R.
Yes, which is weird, but useful. 2645.
We should be able to go to our stash and see what the unequipped are.
Yep, alright, let's do that. This is an interesting possibility. Yeah, 1 essence. The thing is, if it bumps up the cooldown of the key focus and key onslaught abilities, that's not so good. But then again, we do have multiple swords for a reason, because the cooldown is per sword. Are we selling our soul here? I mean, beyond, obviously, literally, yes, but is it metaphorically the case as well? So it's Lightning Strike, which we've lost here, which we certainly do want. But yeah, we could get that back by Bonded, Killing Hands, and Stride. Okay, so this is
we still have the money for it because that was a relatively cheap.
Yeah, so this is one viable option, is that we buy the lacing, the bone lacing, and then visiting Shen. We keep our existing swords, rather than getting the best swords.
I still don't really see the upgrade potential on those swords.
It was like 1 damage on one of them, basically.
Yeah.
So it wasn't normal. Well, okay, one of them was... The other option...
Yeah.
So the Chinese war sword is like our hand-forged katana, but 1 damage better. So that's an upgrade. It's not a big upgrade, but it is an upgrade, fairly straightforwardly. The Ari's monosword, on the other hand, I don't understand. It seems like it's just as expensive,
yeah, it
but
seems
not
like
as good.
all of it probably has something going on with it that it just doesn't tell us about. I will Google
Probably
it and
so.
see if there is anything going on there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Centurion Laser Axe has even higher base damage, but you cannot use the key abilities with it. It's not a sword. So that's not really a great option. So basically, yeah, it's the war sword that we'd be getting. Okay, so here's Killing Hands and Stride. And we will now de-equip Stride and Killing Hands. Equip Bonded, Killing Hands and Stride, and Lightning Strike, and swap some things around into cooler slots. Manifest, Lightning Strike.
Apparently, I guess the Ares monosword is just a trap option.
What, really? You Googled it and it's just... there in case you want to pay more money for a worse weapon.
Steam discussion is saying.
Much like key casting 8. What the hell? Okay. I don't
Fair enough, I guess. Jesus.
Okay. So it looks okay so far. And we do have... also, this would give us the ability to sell Stride and Killing Hands for some more money back.
Is that enough to get an armor 8?
No, those cost 2,800. And then it gives us 2,000.
So it goes.
Well, I mean, this is not the only kind of shifting money around thing we could do. We could, for example, we could say we were not going to take Wild One with us, and sell that for quite a lot of money.
Sandblaster's been useful, but even selling those
Wild
two guns
not so much.
We'd have to sell the grenades as well.
Yeah. It's interesting though. Like we could have afforded more. Well, in fact, we still could. We've got spare cash with this build, and there was an Essence 0 Cyberware thing, which does give +1 willpower, which is plus chance to hit.
We want to save again just in case the rounding doesn't come out in our favor and we lose another spell slot.
Essence 5, Magic 5 before any squirry.
I assume it's going to round down.
Now let's just check on.
It seems like the kind of game that where it rounds down.
Intelligence is okay. Yes, completely useless outside the matrix. Like it literally doesn't do anything whatsoever. He can just become dumber, and that's fine. Whereas willpower increases the chance to hit with keycasting attacks and boosts resistance against certain magical attacks. So trading intelligence for willpower is good. Not very good, but good. That's my feeling. Can't believe we're polluting our principles by getting 2 cyberwares merely because it's a terrible disaster situation. We need every edge we can get.
Well, again, this might actually just completely fuck our build by costing us a spell slot.
Yeah, could do. Well, hang on though. We oh, you mean this extra one? Yeah, possibly. Yeah. So that would be +1.
Oh, it's just I thought it was a point. All right, if it's literally just essence cost.
Yeah, 0. It's pretty cheap. I don't think there's any other essence 0s Oh, there is. It's tailored pheromones with +1 charisma. Hello.
Do we really need that at this point? We have really
Maybe.
high charisma. We have not, like, we just walked through a section where it was bam, 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 bam.
But if we're going to talk
checks,
the
and
Yama
we were
Kings...
already, like, 2 above. Yeah.
If the Yama Kings are these
Alright.
rule-based things who want you to trick into...
Do you want to talk the Yama Kings out of it, or do you want to fucking kill them?
I want to talk them into revealing what their rules are so we can exploit those rules.
This is an extremely off main use case that you're going for here.
I mean, the thing is that willpower is not very useful. It's like very slightly good. Whereas charisma has some chance, because like we were at the level, like we were passing some checks in the last mission, which required as much charisma as we had.
What's our charisma, 8?
I think so.
I believe you only hit charisma 7 last mission, but I mean, you're right. It could be a charisma 9 check.
Yeah, there might not be, but the cost here is... The opportunity cost is low because there's nothing else we can afford. Yeah, we've got charisma 8. It's interesting because like now this is making me want to... No, it's not making me want to.
There's nothing actually.
That's fine, yeah. It is, yes, it's all good. I don't think... I do want to know whether we could have got charisma 9 from cyberware and then bought 10 instead of extra body for new etiquette.
I do not believe there is any etiquette that is going to be useful to us once we walk into that district. That
Probably
we do
not
have. In terms of a raw power play thing, like we're functional willpower 9, we might as well get functional charisma 9. In terms of stuff.
Please give me the pheromones. It's a important, urgent. I know there's a terrible storm on, but I need to become better at like picking up women.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they can be tailored.
Yeah, possibly they make you better at picking up men. Install cyberware. Yeah, and I guess we'll find out how the cooldown thing works live. Thanks, Ambrose. Pit stops over, knucklehead. Alright, let's check on magic and essence. Nope. Still 5 of each. 0 does really appear to mean 0.
Well, those are some good
pretty high numbers.
Attributes, yeah.
9997 in the ones we care about.
We have increased our hit points almost 200%.
Yeah. With 7 close combat and key casting.
We've increased it by 100%, almost 100% of our previous amount. Which is, I guess...
It's pretty focused ass builds that we got here. So it gets slightly less focused with that final point expenditure. Well, if we did get one more karma in Kowloon, is there anything... Would that let us do anything other than buy
some quickness? Because I value more dodge over melee.
Yeah.
I think that's just slightly better than plus crit. Like, this build is not built around crit. It doesn't need crit. It's, yeah.
Alright, well I won't spend that karma unless it becomes clear that we're going to get into fights then. Bear in mind we do still crit relatively often, it is useful. Like it's not built around it, but it's good to have. So, I don't... 45 new yen left over. I don't think we can afford shotgun.
No, I don't think so. But we have shotgun. Like, my shotgun desires the answer.
That's right. We do have multiple shotguns, actually, but only one that's any good. Well, Raymond's... oh, right, yes, here's the team. I wonder we couldn't find them earlier. Literally, they're all just hanging out here. Should I spoke to Raymond some more, see if he knows... If he'll tell us how to stop the machine? We know that he knows how to stop the machine. Ah, right. That's still having awkward feelings with Duncan here. Do you want to talk about his mother? Does he want to talk about his mother?
I'm amenable to that option because we're not calling her grandma for some stupid fucking reason.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to make it clear that she's his mother and not our grandmother. I assume you think that she is a... Yes.
Yeah.
I do. It's just a And yet everything... That doesn't
Yeah,
make
you
you
got
less
played,
reprehensible.
man. You got played by your mother.
Yeah.
Like it's understandable that you got played because she was your mother, but like you still got
Yeah.
played.
As he points out, she's good at using people to achieve her own ends. That doesn't make her not bad.
Stop calling her that.
Duncan, no, I am interested in her because she's probably going to try and stop us from doing this thing. Whatever. Okay, I guess he's seized control of the conversation. The guy I thought was my... Okay, what does that even mean, right? Like, it's not like he literally thought it was his biological father.
Yeah,
or
no, it's
like he thought that Raymond took us in and raised us, which is still true.
Yeah, he's just being bitchy.
Yeah.
Like, and he's not unjustified, but you know, sometimes you just say things. And,
I suppose the way...
So Duncan is a guy who tries to get reactions, and he's been like we've talked to him a lot. He's tried to get reactions, and Raymond is just not reacting. He's no selling everything. Like he agrees with Duncan. He just sort of stutters and loses focus. Yeah. Duncan isn't getting anything.
Has terrible dreams.
He's not getting anything off, and it's he's not dealing with it well.
Yeah, Duncan is reasonable for him to be mad, but he can't express himself well apart from by trying to poke people. He's not articulate. He's not particularly smart. He doesn't know how to...
I don't think he's even particularly dumb. He's a cop.
No, he's not stupid.
He's a cop.
No.
And, you know...
And he does sometimes have a point that, Raymond obviously did hide a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Secrets.
No lies told.
Except by Raymond. I kind of don't want to poke at him, though. Like, I don't know.
It's either 1 or 3. It's not 2.
Yeah, I think 3 is perhaps not a very good out-of-character option. Like, it might not get us much in the game. But I think it's the Danny Flash thing to say. It's just like, I don't want to deal with this thing. We've had plenty of successes not dealing with problems. Yeah. It's still not clear how we're going to get past the concrete sarcophagus the machine is inside. Edward.
All right, now we've crossed into who are you making this speech for, buddy? Because this guy is checked out. Like, he's gone. Like, your dad, like, the dad you remember is gone. Like, you're making a speech to most of a corpse.
Yes, he probably... I mean, he did care about trying to fix things, as Duncan is kind of insinuating, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, but then he got tortured for those 3 weeks, basically.
Yeah. And, had like, most, 60%, he got mind fucked. Like, there was an attempt to destroy his mind.
Yeah,
and
that's right. The guy...
didn't stop it. We interrupted it.
The guy Duncan wants to get mad at only sort of still exists. However, we can do things. We, the people who've not been kidnapped by Josephine and so on, and who've in fact, frankly, become incredibly powerful over the last few weeks. Like, we've just become so strong so quickly that we're so cool. We can totally win this. Stop being pessimistic, Gunshow. What's a demon goddess? We've dealt with... Well, okay, we beat a vampire. You know, a demon goddess is maybe worse than that, but not too much worse, right?
All right. The vampire had imposter syndrome, though. I don't think we're gonna get this lucky with this one.
She also had a whole bunch of minions and stuff and money. How much money did the Armor Kings have? Probably not very much.
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
okay, so
if more money equals better, then they're broke. What can they do? Well,
so Duncan just wanted to Gunshow boat here. He's not backing out or anything. He wanted to point out that in fact he's going to heroically self-sacrifice. Okay, fine. Although Raymond could point out that he did actually come here and also effectively sacrifice himself and try and help as well.
Yeah. I think he's about to do that.
He ran into the plastic.
Yep, there it
man.
Is. All right, finally. At least we're getting some sparks. All right, Duncan.
He vacillates, Duncan, between only what happened to me matters and only what happened to everyone but me matters. He's not persuasive, even if he's right.
I mean, that's the art of rhetoric, isn't it?
Yeah. The results are what counts. Yeah, but look at the results in Kowloon Walled City.
I don't know if you want to go down that road, right?
The results... Okay, yes. Yeah. Raymond really left himself open there. I do not want to pick that option 4 thing. Like,
option 4 is awesome for the single reason that it is a Raymond Black response. Remember the thing we learned about him?
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to pick it, because it's like leaning into that. It's like...
I don't know if the game probably knows that, but I don't think it's going to respond with the Edward going, "Oh shit!" like you'd hope.
No, I think it is, and that's why I don't want to do it. Because I don't want to. I don't
really like 1 through 3. Like those, 2 is.
I don't like 2 and 3 either. 1 or 4 are my own preferences. Well, yeah, 2 and 3.
1 just doesn't sound like Danny Flash.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like I took the soldier
class.
To
disagree.
I took lawful good as my alignment.
Yeah. Okay. I'm persuaded. Yep. We can do the "I'll use your words against you" thing because there's no better option. See, the game absolutely reacts. Of course it does. Wow, I guess that was the password to psychology.
Look, if you have the chance to use something you learned from crawling through a dialogue tree hours early in the game, you do it.
That sounds to me like how a writer would think about it.
We are in the realm of the writers.
Non-coincidentally. The rift, the circulator, the prosperity. At least nobody's actually saying prosperity anymore, right? Like we've passed through the point of the game where you say prosperity at increasing frequency and just again and again.
You know, at least I never went with bold text or italics or underlines.
Yeah.
They just kept it the proper nouns.
Showed us pictures with the word prosperity written on the side or anything. More Yama Kings. I don't want more Yama Kings. No. Okay. But who would do this? Well, presumably, I suppose the Queen with 1,000 Teeth would do this.
Alright. Sounds like we're rolling out.
Yeah, we're all agreed, I suppose, that we should save the world.
This is an optional conversation. We could have just gone to the Triad Soldier there, who is the quest.
Or we could have not had the conversations that led up to it. Yeah, the game is rewarding exploring its characters and themes with giving you more of those things you presumably liked.
Alright.
Well, we're ready to do this thing. To go. Ready for it to be on.
Ready to walk the endless corridors and talk to the Queen of 1,000 gun saves.
Teeth, I think. As long as the corridors aren't literally endless, yes. Otherwise, we'll never get to talk to the Queen.
I don't think that this engine could handle that.
Yeah.
I think that the corridor will be a sufficient and tidy length.
Also, you might notice we've got some themes colliding here, like the 2 villain figures who we haven't seen in the game yet. Josephine Sang, the Queen with 1,000 Teeth, who are not totally dissimilar to each other, both probably waiting for us in there one way or another. Also, Kindly Cheng. We haven't seen her since we got back from Prosperity Tower. We've still got this business archive, the thing Kindly wants on Sang, so...
Maybe I am loath because we made the episode break, but we should probably go check the Michelle parlor, see if we can hand it off to her.
No, we did check it. I'll show you, because so that our viewers can see also, but there's no way to go inside. Kindly Cheng is not here. I'm guessing that for some reason she's in the walled city. I have no idea why the hell she would go there right now, apart from possibly revenge or something, but yeah, that's it. No mahjong available.
That's interesting, and weird, because even if she is in the walled city, how is
would we know that?
Help her there?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out. So, it's Triad Guard, who we've encountered a number of times in the past. He's told us to fuck off repeatedly.
Yeah.
But today, we actually have a reason to speak to him. 5 people, all reeking of Triad. Okay, there's actually 5 guards, all represented by...
5 is an auspicious number.
Yeah. We could use some... Actually, no, we need as little auspiciousness as possible right now. There's too much key
Oh, yeah,
around.
it does get stolen. Right.
Okay, I enjoy that the game is acknowledging this. It's the man who's been guarding the walled city entrance since you arrived in AOA. This game does some good stuff.
It does.
What do you think about Lamplighters League?
I was going to suggest off mic that it might be our next game.
It's not impossible. Mrs. Cheng sends her regards. Okay, she told us to keep an eye out for you. Yeah, she can wait. Oh wow.
Oh. I was going to say you're too young for this, but you're an elf, so you might be 60.
Look, this guy's he's a violent criminal who makes good money.
Fair.
He can handle it.
I don't know if he makes good money. I'm not sure.
No, he probably doesn't. He probably gets like shit money. He's just barely able to eke out a living in this slightly better than a slum we all live in, and he looks about 19. But yeah, someone's got to save the world, and
first option seems right.
Bit of chance of staying alive. Actually, that is probably true. We can take care of ourselves, listener. Yeah. Maybe.
All right. I mean, I just got surgery, man. I got surgery for this shit. Yeah. You're not gonna hard-ass me about being committed to the bit.
Also, only like 2 of the 6 of us are Westerners. Like, Gobbet and Azirabel are Chinese. Rakta is Russian. Yeah. Gaichu is Japanese.
Alright, Gaichu is probably... I mean...
Also, hang on.
Probably still don't like the Japanese in 2063.
Also,
China.
I should point out that Duncan literally identifies as Chinese. I mean, he's ethnically Chinese.
Well, he is.
He's from Seattle.
He identifies as Chinese in arguments with his father.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's Chinese American.
I mean, previously there was a lot of talk about how he was a Seattle cop through and through.
And he acts exactly like an American police officer. So, whatever.
I know he has empathy. I mean, I don't want to be too rude to Duncan. He is broken the top percentile of actual cops, which fiction allows you to do.
Oh yeah. Look, compared to real ones for sure. Wave of something emanating from within. Okay.
Oh, is it a wave of
not that
prosperity?
kind of wave. It's perhaps it's the key being sucked out of everyone. Madness and folly squeak their disapproval.
Hey, it's the rats.
Yeah, but you always feel like that, Isabel.
You don't have to say that to her.
I didn't say it in character. That's the toxic key.
Alright, Raymond is going to kill himself to fix this. He may literally throw himself in the gears of the chain.
You know, I really feel like it would have been useful if there'd been the ability for Raymond and Crafty to talk to each other. Like, they could probably have exchanged notes quite usefully.
It is kind of annoying that she has stopped being part of this plot.
Just provided a lot of backstory, basically, but it was optional, as it turns out. It seemed like it would be more directly connected. So, Raymond stares at the walled city, taking it in for the first time. That isn't true. Come on, what the hell?
Yeah. I mean, maybe the first time... No, it's not even the first time taking it as Raymond. Like, he was down the street when he got shot up. Yeah. Well, whatever. I guess the first version of this version of Raymond taking it in.
Located at the heart of the walled city. Okay, so we're on an escort mission, basically. That's a big one. Marker in the center of everyone's PDA. Weave our way through the city to the machine. Cool.
Third option, or maybe second.
Yeah, I mean, since he's unwilling or unable to communicate what the hell we have to do to the machine, we do actually need to protect him, and like, it's there's maybe some sentimental reasons also for this.
Can we tell the? Oh yeah, that's also true. We might just put the Triad guys in fucking like position around him, like just tell him, stand in front of him and anything else.
Duncan suggests splitting up, which doesn't seem like... Ah, right, I've been wondering how the game would deal with the fact that you can have 3 people in a party and there's 6 party members. Or is it? Or will it, I mean?
I mean, we can have 4, right? Like, it's you and 3 others, right?
I like how... one thing I like here is how Gobbet, the self-proclaimed veteran Shadowrunner, is effectively signaling we're on a run now by calling him Guncho instead of Duncan. Danny Flash leads some of us to clear the way to the machine.
Aha, that's what's going to fill the rest of our party. Auntie's men. Right.
That's good. Okay, well, I agree that Danny Flash should lead some to clear the rest of the way to the machine, because he's the best guy here at clearing people, basically. Okay. Clear their heads from their bodies with the several swords.
I mean, this is basically the plan I outlined, so I am in favor of it.
Yep. We don't need to argue with this, I think.
Yeah.
Use your comm to stay in touch. Yes.
I think our team... Alright, let's see what the team really looks like. I think it's careful to that. That's what I think it is.
You think it's what?
I think it is the third option.
I agree. Yes, I don't like the others so much. The time for timidity is over. There's always time for timidity.
He's talking the only way he knows how.
This is the end of prosperity. It's back.
Alright. Let's click the tires and put the fires.
In the pipe, 5x5.
Alright, so, our endgame party. Gobbet.
Yes, Gobbet and who else?
I think it's Gaichu and Ractor. I think that's our kill team.
That seems reasonable.
Like, Duncan stays with Dad, Izirabel stays with Raymond in case he needs decking help, because he will be the one jacking into the machine anyway.
I feel like, Izirabel would have useful insights on Kowloon, but also she's not as good in a fight as everybody else anymore. And we're going to have fights. Against whom or what, I don't actually know, but there's going to be some. Possibly security people from Tsang. Like, they may have sent people to stop us. Gaichu and Ractor. I take Gaichu in the forlorn hope that somebody ambushes him. I don't think that's going to happen, but it'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen. But Gaichu is also just the best choice.
He's pretty strong. I mean, Duncan's not weak, but yeah, Gaichu's strong. And Ractor, of course, is cool and doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Ractor is coming. Gobbet is coming. The choice is between Gaichu and Duncan.
And leaving Duncan with Raymond is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Especially because if this switches to... Yeah, if this switches to, now you have to play Duncan, Izirabel, and the Bad Luck Boys. Duncan is...
You'd want Gaichu with them at that point. I don't think the game will pull that on us, though, because the structure of it doesn't really fit properly.
Yeah.
Basically,
if it's going to pull it on us, this is where it's going to pull it.
Yeah, the only swap I would potentially make is Gaichu.
But the thing is that Duncan is still a better defender. Like, if the objective is to defend Raymond, Duncan is still better at holding a line than Gaichu is. Gaichu has to run out.
He can stun people from range and stuff.
Yeah.
Back to the walled city. I mean, we've been there before. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it was literally the first mission of the game. Oh, the City of Death.
The typhoon pours down as the Triad soldiers fan out in front of you, leading the way into Kowloon walled city. Raymond shuffles along, alert and intent, exhausted, driving himself forward, unwilling to accept help. Wu watches the windows. The fact that we called Daniel Wu creates some confusion a number of times, because sometimes Raymond actually says Mr. Wu and is referring to Danny Flash.
Yep.
Like in his dialogue, but sometimes he says Wu and means Duncan. The game didn't expect us to do that for some reason, even though it told us.
Which is very stupid.
Yeah. We didn't realize at the time that they'd been, adopted together off the streets, rather than actually being biological siblings.
Yeah, like it is perfect through the magic of Shadowrun. It is actually perfectly fine. The idea that an orc, a Chinese American Duncan, is siblings, blood siblings with whoever the fuck you're playing.
Yeah, it would make sense. Okay, right. Do we have any? Oh, of course we have gear to hand out. Yes, medkits and grenades, or a medkit. To whom?
Got it.
Yes. Yeah. Give Gobbet the option of extra healing. You're right. And grenades, one each, Gaichu and Ractor? Or one for... Ractor needs the better one because he occasionally doesn't have anything better to do.
See if you can give Gobbet the better submachine gun. I think the
Oh,
Wild
yes.
One is just a flat upgrade over her.
It absolutely slightly is. Yep. The Sandblaster.
Throw that
stripping.
on Gobbet as well.
That'll Raptor.
I mean, Gobbet may, and if we're in real bad times, Gobbet may end up in a situation where she doesn't want to use the AOE of the Wild One. Her regular gun sucks ass.
Sandblaster also has AOE. It's a shotgun.
Well then,
I think I'll actually give this to Raptor, but give Gobbet the extra grenade. Yeah, because for Raptor it is an upgrade on his pistol.
fair enough.
Yep. Okay, and do you think I should give anyone the basic blaster?
Yeah, give it the Gaicho.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we'll use it, you know? I'm not saying we're going to blast anyone, basically, but the game has, for some reason, put this item in our inventory, and I have merely moved it between slots. Autosave. What are we going to see in Kowloon Walled City? Maybe it's just a bad storm in which you have to walk to the machine. Nope. No, what we're actually seeing is an atmosphere that's humid with the oppressive weight of despair. Okay.
Yeah, that happens.
That first mission was called Bad Key, wasn't it? I guess this one is Very Bad Key.
I think it's actually City of Death.
Yes, it is City of Death. But the phrase Toxic Key has been used repeatedly.
Yeah. Really
Hey,
hope
look.
that researcher got out.
Hey, look, Raymond's recovered from his
Bloody nose, yeah.
collapsed state. Someone gave him a handkerchief to wipe it off. Trash heap. All that we wanted was to help. See, I don't believe about
I
Josephine.
think all that you wanted was to help.
Yeah, that's right. I am willing to believe that Raymond thought that this would be a nice project that would give people somewhere to live and help them rise out of poverty and stuff, and that his magic machine would provide an edge in this process. But what Josephine Sang was doing was building everything as fucking cheaply as possible, siphoning off all the money, and then using a bit of that siphoned off cash to fund Raymond's magic machine to steal all of their luck. Yellow just... he's hopped up.
I mean,
Sang Mechanical Services. Yeah, I guess he thought that the company was like a cool thing to work for and to be a cool vice president of in the past.
You do tell yourself that when you go to work for your mom's company as the vice president.
But he's no longer telling himself. Yeah. Isabel has, yes, obviously been thinking negative things about the role of the Sangs in this affair. And we did make sure to give her back all her bad memories of growing up here.
Yeah, well.
Alright, clear a path to the sarcophagus. Yep.
Yep, that's the plan.
Will do. Objective added, reach the objective building? That's not its name, is it? Okay.
I think it's being slightly coy about where we're going.
Yep, so Duncan and Isabel will be the B team.
So we're heading for a hatch in a wall somewhere, labeled
possibly above some kind of hallway. Or at the end of one. Alright. Let's get real. Okay, let's get it done. Fair enough. Coffee.
Thanks, got it.
Best of the luck that is available. She can absolutely believe it.
Didn't we already save some from a evil demon god?
Yeah, it was a floating one last time. Yeah. It's the sort of thing is what Gobbet lives for, sort of. Not entirely willingly, but I think the whole thing is less surprising to her than the rest of us. Stop right there. Hello.
Alright, let's stop right here.